Hello everybody, this is Ty from Alternate Health, and today we're going to talk about a fat cell cleanse. Now, what a fat cell cleanse is basically a detox of all your fat cells. Why is it essential to do detoxes? I mean, we hear a lot about detoxes these days. It's like a fad. There's liver detoxes. There's all sorts of stuff out there. But the fat cell cleanse is the only thing that will get toxins out of your fat cells. And your brain is 60% fat cells. Your liver basically has the job of getting rid of all the toxins in your body. It basically, how it starts is the liver has fat in there. It hides all the toxins in the fat in your liver. And then when that gets overridden, which it does, all of us has, it goes into all the toxins go into the fat in your body, and eventually it all gets up into your brain, and your body is just literally riddled with toxins. I mean, you could take the healthiest man in the best place on the earth, like from the Himalayas, put him in a sauna, get his sweat, test his sweat, and there'll be toxins in it. It's in everything. It's in the air that you breathe. It's in the water that you drink, in the chlorine, the fluoride, all the food that you eat, the pesticides, the herbicides. You know what? And worse than all the food and the water and everything else is drugs. Pharmaceutical, prescription, and non-prescription drugs. You know what's in there? Every single drug that you've ever taken for headaches, for painkilling, for anything, it's got residue. That residue sits in your body. That residue can sit in your body for your entire life. You could have had drugs 20 years ago for, say, like an anesthetic for getting your wisdom teeth taken out, and it's still sitting in your body. And it'll stay there. It just sits there. Now, that's what the fat cell cleanse can do. There's a guy who's kind of at the forefront of all of this, and his name is Dr. Yu, Dr. Y.U. And he's basically now saving the 9/11 firefighters. He's saving the guys from the Gulf War. He's still saving people who've got Agent Orange. There's 9/11 firefighters who are still dying because there's so much toxins in their blood from all that air they were breathing and all the rest of it. And Dr. Yu, with this fat cell cleanse, is saving their lives. That's how we know it works. And you know that the other big reason why we know it works is because we've got a much bigger success rate of stopping heroin addicts in Europe from going back to heroin. See, up until date, they've only had about a 23% success rate with heroin addicts not reoffending. Now with the fat cell cleanse, it's like double or triple that. You get enough of their residue out of their fat cells so they don't get that urge to go back into heroin. Now, most of us aren't heroin addicts, right? But we still have toxins in our body, so that's why we can use it just to get rid of the residues from all the pharmaceutical drugs we've taken and from all the food and the water and everything we've been doing. It's very simple, all right? All you need is vitamin B3, niacin. Now, vitamin B3 comes in two different types. There's one type that's just a normal supplement, and there's this niacin, which gives you the hot flush. Basically, how that works is it opens up your capillaries. The niacin opens up your capillaries, and it splits open your fat cells, and out comes all the fatty tissues, but also the big T, right? And the toxins come flying out. Now you can take up, I've been taking about 50 milligrams. You can take up to 200 milligrams. The guys like the 9/11 firefighters, they're taking 5,000 milligrams. Now the average person doesn't need to ever take any more than 200. 200 is fine. Through your own experimentation, you'll work your way through it, and you'll find out what's the right dosage for you to take. Because after you've been doing it for a while, you might be able to take 200 milligrams. At first, you might just be happy taking 50 because you get this real hot flush and you go, whoa, okay, I've taken enough. The ideal scene would be to do it for a month. If you could do this for a month, one day, every day for a month, you literally get rid of every single toxins in your fat cells. So we take the niacin, step one. Then from there, you do 20 minutes of exercise. It doesn't matter if you're going for a run, doing sit-ups, doing chin-ups. You just need to get the blood flowing. We're going to use a rebounder today. A rebounder is really good because of the jumping up and down gets your lymphatics flowing. And that's one of the big ways we get toxins out of our bodies, to get that lymph system moving. So you do 20 minutes of exercise, doesn't matter what it is, and then we jump into an infrared sauna. Now, these infrared saunas, I don't know if you've heard about them. You can get them pretty cheap on eBay. You can get ones for like under $1,000. So you take the niacin, step one. You do 20 minutes of exercise, and you jump into an infrared sauna for 40 minutes. And what's happening now, so you kind of understand it, is the niacin's opened up your fat cells. And all of a sudden, all these toxins are come flying out. Now, they come out through two ways, through two organs. Through your skin, through your sweating, and into your GI tract. They basically come into your intestines, right? So in the sauna, that's all dumping out. You do your 40 minutes, and after the 40 minutes in the sauna, activated charcoal. What the activated charcoal does is it absorbs all the toxins that have got out of your fat cells and now floating around your stomach. It absorbs it all, so that those toxins don't go back up into your brain. So as soon as you finish with the sauna, you take the charcoal, take about 2 tablespoons in about, maybe 300, 400 mils, guzzle that down, and you've just done yourself a fat cell cleanse. Arguably, it's my favorite cleanse to do. It's one of the best cleanses going. And what happens then is you start to be able to focus more. You start vibrating higher. What that means is you can focus on your dreams and your desires more with energy and passion. And that's what brings everything you want into your life. That's why we have to detox. Because the more toxins in your body, the more clogged up your cells are, the less communication that's going on. It just means energy is not flowing properly through your body. That's why it's so essential to do detoxes, okay? We use a good filtered water. We've got a filter system here. It takes all the fluoride and the chlorine out of the water. You can get the filters for your showers. You can get them for your taps. And it's something you should be thinking about, guys. Fluoride is extremely poisonous. 3 drops of pure fluoride and you're dead in half an hour. So if that doesn't prove that fluoride is absolutely poisonous, then nothing else does. You know, just forget about the myths that you need it for your teeth and all the rest of it. Avoid fluoride. All right, so we've got the basics, we've got what we need, we've got H2O, we've got niacin, we've got charcoal. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some niacin and we're gonna go straight into some exercise. All right, see you in a sec. All right, everyone, now we've moved into doing our exercise. You can do anything you want. You can run, you can skip, you can do whatever. We're using a rebounder. I love rebounders. You get one of these rebounders and you put it in your living room, you can't help but jump on it. If you're just watching a bit of TV, if you just got on for a couple of minutes a day, it's gonna make you feel good. It's like being a child. You can play around, do all these bunch of stupid moves. I do this one here. It's like you're doing some sort of crazy little aerobics thing, you know what I mean? Jane Fonda, moving and stuff. In any case, so we're taking the niacin. What we're doing at the moment is we're getting the niacin's going through our bloodstream, it's opening up our capillaries, and we're also working our lymphatics. This movement of jumping up and down, your lymphatic system kind of works alongside your circulatory system. Your circulatory system, though, is pumped by your heart. So your lymphatic needs to be pumped through exercise and through breathing. So that's why this is really good, because the lymphatics, it's a fluid that's thinner than your blood, and it gets right up into all your cells and it gives all the nutrients into your cells, and then it takes all the waste away. So even if you weren't doing a fat cell cleanse, doing something like bouncing up and down is really good as a daily exercise. But what we're doing is we're getting that lymphatic moving, we get the blood moving, so the niacin's going all the way out, all the toxins, all the fat cells are opening up, and we've got big toxins going now, starting to come out through the skin and starting to come into the GI tract. And we do it for 20 minutes, and that's been strictly worked out by Dr. Yu. I've done like 33 fat cell cleanse, guys, and I know I've gotten rid of so much of that toxins that I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to think clearer. I can really focus. And whenever you're focusing on your dreams and your desires, guys, you feel really, really good. And whenever you don't have toxins in your body, you feel really, really amazing. Do you understand? That's what this is about. It's about being clear and having clarity and being able to focus. All right, guys, the alarm's just going off. I've done my 20 minutes, so I'm jumping straight into the sauna. See you later. Okay, guys, so remember the process. We've done the niacin. We took the niacin, the vitamin B3. We did 20 minutes of exercise, and we've jumped straight into an infrared sauna. I've got my book. I usually read books in here because it's 40 minutes. It's better to get your mind doing something other than, because after 10 minutes you're going to start getting a little bit uncomfortable. But then you get used to it. You may not be able to do 40 minutes from the start. Maybe you only do 10 minutes. You get out, have a bit of fresh air, come back in and do another 10 minutes. You can use a regular sauna. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, this is an infrared sauna. This is the very best way you can do it. The reason that infrared sauna is better is because, as you can see the walls here, I have infrared energy going inside my body, penetrating my cells, so I'm sweating from the inside out. And you can see now with my face, you can see my arms, I'm getting that red blotchy side effect. That's the niacin. So it's opening up all my capillaries and your face goes really red and you start getting flushes. You need to just forget about that and remember what's really happening is all your fat cells are opening up, all those fatty acids and all the big T, all the toxins are pouring out of my body now. So we're about a quarter of the way through. As you can tell now, I'm really hot. There's a lot of toxins coming out of my body, so make sure you drink water, guys. So I've gone through about 2 liters of rainwater today already. I particularly did a fast before I got in here. That's the most effective way to do it. Alright guys, we've just done 40 minutes in the sauna. I'm nice and relaxed. Now remember, we've got lots of toxins floating around in the stomach, so what do we gotta do next? We gotta take our charcoal. Activated charcoal. I got this from eBay, but you can get it from eBay or any good health food store will have it. put 2 tablespoons into a cup, and as you can see, it's what it is. It's black charcoal, nice and black Texas tea. I love this stuff. Love this stuff. I love this whole process. As you get to the point, maybe when you first start off it might be a little bit tough for you, but you get to the point where I've done 33 of these. It's not dangerous. It's the best thing I've ever discovered as far as detoxing goes. And it's fun. I enjoy it. I'm fully relaxed now. You start to, fully understand the benefits. Look at this. It's like a witchery's brew. Look, it's like smoking. It's like a magical little mix of this charcoal. It's magical. It's magical because it absorbs all those toxins that are floating around in my stomach. Once the niacin wears off and the sweating and the heat wears off, if I didn't take this charcoal, all those toxins are liable to go back into my fat cells. In the worst case scenario, go back up into the brain. And once they get back up into the brain, folks, they are very hard to get back out. It's probably going to leave some black residue on your mouth and your teeth. Don't worry, it easily goes away. We've taken the charcoal. The charcoal is going to take about 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes to get through all my intestine tract, absorb all those toxins that are in there, encapsulate them and hold on to them. So from there, after I'd say about 5-10 minutes, just start keeping your fluids up. Maybe wait about half an hour, all right? Then you can go back to eating food again. Best not, one point I want to make to you, and I've learned this from my own mistakes, don't take the charcoal and then go straight and go, okay, I'm feeling great, I can feel that the burn's going away, the side effect from that flush is going away from the niacin, I've taken my charcoal, that's stopped. Okay, I'm sweet. You go to have something to eat, next thing you know, you got the flush again because you haven't allowed enough time for the niacin to get out of your body. And then after you feel that and all that hot flush is going away from the niacin, boom, then you can go back into drinking or eating food or going about your day or whatever you want to do, guys. I hope you got something out of this. I hope you do take this on board. Get yourself clean, feel good, lift your vibration. Peace. Love you. Bye.